Good morning, ladies. Welcome back to the Well-Nourished Homemaker. I hope you all are doing well this morning. Today's video, we are going to be doing a little bit of homemaking, dehydrating some fruit, a quick grocery haul, some high protein option ideas, and some of my goals for motherhood, as well as fitness, health, and wellness. So I hope you ladies enjoyed today's video and you find some homemaking motivation and you get inspired as homemakers and or stay-at-home moms. And yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started.
Good morning, ladies. I wanted to come out here because it's like maybe 60 degrees and it's, I think, officially summertime, or maybe officially spring. The weather in Ohio is absolutely ridiculous. You get all 4 seasons in a day. You can hear the birds chirping and it's so cozy and warm. I have this new chair that I absolutely love. Highly recommend to you ladies getting some sort of like swinging rocking chair. It's really therapeutic and my daughter loves sitting with me on this, and we've actually bonded a lot just by swinging on this tree. We have a rocking chair in her room, but we never really have sat in it. I should take it out in the living room just so it can get some use. But yeah, I just wanted to start the vlog for you ladies, and I'm not for sure exactly what I have planned this week. I know I want to do a bunch of dehydrating fruit for the kids, just like a nice way to sneak in their nutrition and get them away from like snacking on like chips and stuff. So I want to do that, and yeah, probably take them to the lake this week. I'm not for sure. We'll see what we can get into, but I just wanted to say good morning. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of my Bible study, and then we'll see what else we can get into. But I hope you enjoyed today's video and you find some homemaking motivation and get inspired as homemakers and stay-at-home moms. And if you do, please give this video a thumbs up. Let's just go ahead and get started.
Something I've been trying to incorporate daily is a like bone broth green tea. Now you'll see later on in the video I actually started getting decaf green tea, and either I'll make this in the morning or at nighttime, and I just have my apple cider vinegar in there. I'll add some honey. So yeah, it's just something I've been trying to do to get in that extra protein, and bone broth has an enormous amount of protein and the benefits of it are just amazing. So here I am just doing some dehydrating with my son, and he wanted to do apples, and then later on we did some strawberries, and I wanted to thank this company for sending us this dehydrator. It's been really fun actually making these, and it's nice for the kids because they, you know, get in their fruit and they want to snack less on chips. So, and of course laundry because it's never ending. And then we moved on over into the bedroom, and I usually open the window for the kids so they can look outside. Don't worry, it's like 2 feet down so they don't fall out the window. But yeah, just doing my makeup here and getting ready for the day. Ladies, we are headed off to town. Probably stop at the park. This is my outfit. I'm gonna bring my water to stay hydrated, and I'll probably pick up a coffee, but I'm going to bring one of my to-go cups because they're just prettier. So I want to pick up some more fruit like strawberries to dehydrate, and just like a few odds and ends. So yeah, let's just go ahead and head out. So here are what the apple slices look like. The kids like them to be a little on the chewy side, not as crunchy, but they are so good. This is the stuff that I picked up in town today. Just a lot of fruits, trying to get in my fiber. I ended up picking up some decaf green tea. That way I don't have as much caffeine when I usually have about 2 cups of coffee a day, but I really want to get in my green tea. But I always would resist because I was like, oh, it's more caffeine. But now I can do that, get in my super amazing benefits with green tea,
at the same time and not over caffeinate. So then I picked up of my yogurt. This is the best yogurt I feel with the most amount of protein. It's 18 grams of protein per 3/4 cup, so that is absolutely amazing. And then I wanted to pick up some sirloin, so I'll probably make a sirloin for lunch. I also ended up picking up my cottage cheese. This again is a great source of protein. It's 14 grams per half a cup. A couple of my oatmeal cookies, and then a midday square bar. And then I got a package today. I ended up getting a hair crimper. I used to crimp my hair when I was a teenager for high school, and I saw this and I want to start crimping my hair. So maybe we can do that tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff away, and then we'll see what else we can do. Alright ladies, everything is put away. I'm getting ready to put my daughter down for her nap, and I was just checking some emails real quick. And yeah, so after I put her down for a nap, I'm gonna make myself some lunch. So let's get started. So this is what I'm gonna have for lunch. I already cooked my sirloin, and then I'm measuring out the yogurt, and I'm gonna top it with some raspberries and blueberries. Put a little bit of vanilla extract, and then maybe 3 tablespoons of my protein powder. I already calculated it into my Net Diaries app, and it is 326 calories and 39 grams of protein. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna have for my lunch.
Where the shade
I've said it before and I'll say it again, do not underestimate the power of walking and how beneficial it is for your overall health, but also your fat burning. If you are in a phase where you want to lose weight, get a treadmill and, you know, obviously watch what you eat, but if you just did that and got in your 10,000 steps a day, you will notice a huge difference in your ability to lose weight.
Good morning, ladies. So I woke up around 5. I already did all of my morning routine, my stretches, and my Bible study, and I wanted to get to you ladies before everybody woke up. It is 6:40, so I'm just like anticipating them waking up. But I was actually going over my to-do list for today. What I was wanting to work on was trying to write out, like loosely time block, have structure but also flexibility. But I want to write out my ideal morning routine, also my ideal evening routine, but something that gets overlooked is your ideal afternoon. I just want to time block and write out everything that I want to ideally get done, but also, like I said, loosely, don't have too much high expectation if things don't go as planned, because they never do. So yeah, I want to look up a recipe to make some ice cream popsicles for the kids, the ones that we got in last week's video. More healthy, maybe like high protein, just to sneak in there. Of course, I'll probably add some like rainbow sprinkles, but what else? I want to like play around with like my go-to hairstyles for summer, when I just wear like my hair back, like a ball cap, which is normally what I do around the house, but I just want to feel more put together and feminine even when I'm outside in the hot sun. So I'm like playing around with some ideas. And I also want to, maybe not today because my hair has like oils at the end, but maybe tomorrow, once I have a fresh hair wash, I can like crimp my hair. We have our one-day assembly coming up Saturday. So today's Wednesday. I'll have to pack and prepare Friday, make sure I have like lots of snacks, little activities for the kids to stay busy with, and maybe just like a new little toy. I have to go shopping for that, and I also would like to go to Marshall's just to see if I can find like a new dress or something. But aside from that, for my goals for like motherhood, I want to really focus in on my relationship with my son. I just noticed like that he tries to get a rise out of his sister, and He's always like trying to take stuff from her. And of course I know like that's completely normal, but I want to make sure I'm spending like quality time with him. And I looked up some suggestions on GPT chat, and the first one is stay calm and neutral, respond without anger even if you're frustrated, model the behavior you want to learn, calm, firm, and respectful. 2, intervene immediately but brief, step in, I won't let you take that toy from her, that hurts her feelings, return the item and redirect. 3, name that feeling, follow through with a brief, consistent consequence, short break from the play area. Usually we do timeouts. I know throughout our journey we've dabbled into like a little spanking or smacking on the hand, but I just feel like Josiah never responded well to that. So we do timeouts, and I have this little hourglass to where once it runs out, he can have that amount of time to settle down, and then he usually gets excited and the sand is all empty, and then he does like an apology and things. So that's been working really good. 6, it says catch him being kind, so praise moments when he does share and create space for connection. Often this behavior is a bid for attention. Make time each day, even 10 to 15 minutes, to give him one-on-one positive attention. That's my goal, so I'm going to work on those things today. I hear my husband waking up, he's making coffee, so I'm going to spend a little time with him, and I'm sure the kids will be up very shortly, so I will see you in a little bit. Ladies, this is today's breakfast. It's kind of random, but I have that culture toast and then 2 pieces of veggie burger, and then I just put some cottage cheese on top, and it's actually really good. It's around 360 calories and it's 27 grams of protein. So that is my breakfast. So I finished my workout. We're getting ready to head to town. I'm gonna take the kids to the lake today, and I don't know. I don't really have anything planned other than that. So we'll see. I want to get some maple syrup because I do want to make those popsicles today. Hopefully, will that fit? I'm just gonna make a coffee to go. Sometimes I'll do that just to save on money. Alright ladies, we are back from town. I just put my daughter down for her nap, and I changed into some cozy clothes, put my hair up in a claw clip, and I made myself some green tea because it is dreary and rainy outside, and I'm pretty tired. I'm getting ready to start my cycle here in the next couple days, so I'm just gonna try and rest a little bit, and I'll probably just crawl into bed with Coda and do a little bit of editing. So I'm gonna grab myself a little snack, jump in, and just try and rest a little bit. Alright ladies, I wanted to talk a little bit about like how I take care of my health and wellness in my luteal phase, and how to like be intuitive and listen to my body. I feel like the last couple days my hunger has been ravenous, especially for like chocolate, and I've allowed myself to eat in almost a surplus. If you ever notice that your appetite really increases like a week before your period, you're in the phase from between ovulation and getting your period, so your body is ramping up. You actually burn 100 to 300 calories per day just when you're in your luteal phase, because your body is preparing for like a possible pregnancy. So that is why you experience all those hunger pains. Maybe I do eat a little bit more than I normally would, but I don't eat like, you know, junk. I just try to nourish myself more with like soups, warm foods, and just listen to my body. And if it's craving chocolate, I'm gonna give it chocolate. It's a little it's tricky to navigate because you almost feel a little bit of anxiety, like, oh, I'm eating more, I'm gonna gain weight, but it all levels out because you have to think about the week after your period, or maybe even during, that you don't have much of an appetite, so those calories level themselves out. And what could happen if you don't eat more, you could just experience more like fatigue and irritability. So restricting too much can lead to rebounding and having stronger cravings, and also like that lack of energy that you're not getting from the food can affect your sleep. So it's just like this trickling of effect when we don't want to like restrict ourselves during this time. Just try your best to listen to your hunger signals. If you feel like you have nourished yourself and felt full and satisfied and satiated, slightly increasing your calories is just going to be beneficial in the long run. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because I myself, you know, just struggle with that each month, but I have to just remind myself that all balance itself out, and to just be intuitive and listen to my body and what it needs. So all right, well, I'm gonna finish up editing a little bit and we'll see what else we can get into today. All right, ladies, it is a few days later. I made it through the week. It is around noon on Sunday. I just went and did a big grocery shop this morning at Aldi, and I actually found like some new high protein, low calorie options. One of them being this protein yogurt from Chobani. It has like 20 grams of protein and it's sweetened with, I think, stevia and monk fruit, and I was really excited about that, so I stocked up. And then there were these like egg wraps there. They're like 12 grams of protein. I'm not for sure the calories, but they were pretty low. And these sausages, which I usually would get, they were the Simply Nature, but they had these different ones. They almost looked identical, but it was half the calories. Like the original ones were 160, and then these are only 80, and they're like 15 grams of protein. So 2 of those, 30 grams of protein right there. And also something too that I've been liking. We picked them up actually when we did hospitality, but I really ended up liking them, and the kids did too. So they're called Poppy, and before I would kind of shy away because they had a little bit of cane sugar, but like I said, pick your poison. You know, 80-20 rule is how I try to approach things, and not to do all or nothing, because you'll drive yourself insane. And it says it has like probiotic benefits, but I just get it because it's low calorie, low sugar, and they taste really good. So I'm not necessarily looking for like those benefits or whether they have them or not, but I think it's like a nice little treat, especially like opting out for pop for the kids. I think that's it as far as like the new things I'm adding to my grocery list. It's always exciting to find like high protein, low calorie options. I sound like a dork, but also having like your special treats, or like adding on to your list of special treats. It really is just the little joys in life. So anyways, my daughter is napping right now, so I'm going to jump on the treadmill. I have to change the sheets and make the bed. Just like a nice little Sunday reset. So yeah, I hope you ladies found some homemaking motivation and you got inspired as homemakers. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel, and I hope to see you all in my next video. All right, bye.